what's the adjective you use to describe the Detroit Lions season coming up and how you view it, Jeff Daniels? What do you got for me on that?
Blind faith. Once again. I know Jared Goff had some trouble in LA. I'd like to think it was a bad marriage with the coach, Sean McVay, but the year before he was in the Super Bowl.
This is true.
He somehow got him to the Super Bowl, and maybe different playbook, different coaching staff. You got to go in with that. It's which Jared Goff are we going to get? And I know Sheila Hamp Ford. I know her well, Sheila Ford Hamp, and she's all business. This is she went in there and started, throwing people out the window, and it was. I loved it, and it may take her more than a season, to get respectable, but we could go 17 games. We could go 2-15, or we could go 500, or we could get in the playoffs. We just don't know. And so that's, I wish Stafford the best in LA.
Right.
Maybe he's got a team that's closer to the playoffs out there than in Detroit. But I thought it was a wonderful parting of the ways. Stafford, I think, went to Sheila and company and just said, mutually beneficial, feel free to trade me, and feel free to move me, and preferably to a contender, which he would have had to approve. So I think that was handled really well. And we've got a lot of running backs. You know more about football than I do.
Sure. I'm wondering what you think of the coach. Did you hear Dan Campbell's opening press conference when he talked about biting off kneecaps and things like that? What'd you think of that, Jeff Daniels? What'd you think of that?
Well, he's either again, blind faith.
Certainly.
So when you lead off with biting of kneecaps, you got to think, well, he's either a genius who can motivate players, being an ex-player, and he's speaking their language, or he's a complete idiot. I am hopeful. I love that. It's such a change. He's sticking his chin out onto the field just like the players. So I'm hoping that, and he's got some real good people around him. Brad Holmes, I really like, the whole scouting history I think that Brad has. He knows talent. I just like the mix. And if biting kneecaps speaks to the players and gets them motivated, bite some more,
I had him on the show a couple months ago, and he had a good sense of humor about it, talking about I brought up the rare Hannibal Lecter way of motivating your team. It's very, very rare that you bring in the Silence of the Lambs, to a situation like that. But we'll see how it all works out. I think
Dan was just talking about eating kneecaps. I think that's all. I don't think there was a movie reference in there at all. I think it was just let's go cannibalism on him. I don't know. But whatever it was, I hope it works. And if it works, and if we're in the playoffs, he's a genius.
Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.